welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Bree. In this video, you're gonna see me make a bunch of tufted rugs. In my last video, my last studio vlog, you saw me do like all of the prep work, like stretching the fabric and designing all of the rugs that are gonna be on the frame. But in this video, I actually make them all and I glue them and finish them. And it's really exciting. So if you wanna see what they look like, just keep watching the video. There will be a reveal towards the end, so stick around. And most of these rugs are for sale too, so if there's anything that you really like, just let me know. Okay, I hope you like it. Okay, I just got back from my walk. It's like 9:30 a.m. and Salt Lake is already so hot. It's already too hot to really enjoy going on a walk. But I'm glad I went on it. Okay, time to work. I ended up doing 2 tarot card rugs here. This here and this square here, a rectangle. Those are gonna be the bodies of 2 different purses I'm gonna make, like this. And this is the back side of the rug, so everything is gonna be mirrored in the finished product. Right, Quincy?
I'll teach you to be me and you teach me to be you. Look, I can do you already. Yes, you want to know the difference between us? I have flaws and you don't. Come on, man. I'm ready.
Alright, it's the next morning. Didn't really update you guys too much. I wasn't really in the mood to vlog yesterday, but I did record a lot of the process. I just kind of had a hard time staying focused yesterday. I really wanted to be focused and like tuft the entire frame, but honestly that's a task. I don't know if I've ever actually like filled the entire frame in one day. So realistically at this point I should know that it takes 2 days to tuft. More like 1.5. I should be able to finish tufting and then glue. So whatever. I'm drinking a cafe au lait. Look at that oat milk on top. Yum yum. Alright, so this is where I got to yesterday. So I finished these 2 on top. By the way, you're looking at the back of the rug right now. You're looking at like all of the stitches. The fluffy part of the rug is on the other side around that, so you'll see that later on in the vlog. So I just have to finish these star tarot cards, and I just have like a couple mini ones to finish in the middle. And then I'm done, and then I can glue. So it's like 9:30 right now, so I should have plenty of time to do this in glue. I would really like to glue this one and carve the back so I can drop it off with my friends tonight. But we'll see. That might be pushing it. It definitely is pushing it, but we'll see. If you're curious about how the tufting gun works, I'm going to show you how I thread it. So there's this little loop right here, this little circle, And you want to put the yarn through there first. And that's basically just a guide. And then the yarn is gonna end up in this hole right on the needle right here. It's quite similar to a sewing machine. This yarn that I'm using is quite thin, so I'm actually doubling it up. With thin yarn, this is like definitely the way to do it. I am gonna thread the yarn through this little circle. And then you need something like this. It's just like a little wire loop. I have a little tassel on it so I can find it easier, and some red tape. This is what we're gonna use to thread the yarn through, just because it's a small hole. This is really similar to threading a sewing machine needle, honestly. If you have to use a sewing machine at all, I don't know, I always just feel like it's similar. So I put it through this hole at the top, and now I'm gonna put this metal through the bottom, this little metal loop. And I'm gonna put it through that hole. I'm gonna open that loop, put the thread through. And then you can just pull the loop down and it'll pull all the thread through the bottom. And when I start tufting, I like to have the yarn like that, just so I don't waste a lot, because the way that this works is once I use the trigger here, this thing's gonna start spinning. Every time it goes in and out, it's cutting the thread. So let me just show you. And there's this little knob on the bottom so you can adjust your speed, which is very handy. You just have to be careful when tufting, using a tufting gun, because it can be easy to rip the fabric and it's just a huge mess. Here, I'll show you a fabric that I just ripped. I actually have one like right next to me. So like usual, I got kind of distracted while I was tufting, but it was at least productive. I edited this video and made a reel of this Inosuke rug I made from the anime Demon Slayer. This is it. I'll post the link in the comments. Today I'm listening to an audiobook. It's called Art and Fear by David Bales and Ted Orland. It's a pretty short audiobook. It's only like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours? Yeah. I'm about 2/3 of the way done. I really like it so far. It's pretty good. A lot of the content really resonates with me. There's a particular quote from the book that I also really like. Maybe I'll put that quote in the description or something, but yeah. Okay, back to work. I cut out the commission and finished it and gave it to my friend who ordered it. I had an opportunity to just like drop it off with them, so I just wanted to get it done really quick. It's Friday morning. I didn't work in the studio yesterday because I was working at my other job. But I'm gonna turn the frame around so you can see what they look like from the front. It's by no means the finished product. I still have to clean up all the lines and use like a big shear to get the yarn all the same level. So you'll see me doing all of that kind of stuff. The first thing that I have to do today is just cut out all of these rugs, and then I'm gonna put like a nice felt backing on it so that you can't see all the glue on the back. And then I'm gonna go through all of the lines on the rugs with the scissors and with my shears and just kind of like clean them up and do like the actual sculpting. That's kind of my last step in the process most of the time. These look kind of messy right now, but they're gonna look nice and crisp by the end. So when I cut all of these out of the frame, I like to start from the bottom. I think it's easiest because when you start from the bottom, everything above it is still gonna be hanging. And there's like some sticky glue on the back, so that just helps keep everything from getting too chaotic. Because if I start from the top, then these are gonna maybe start getting all like flimsy and flopping down, and then the glue can stick to itself, and then it's just like a whole mess. So I find it's just best to go bottom to top. This was a rare exception here because I just had to get it done. But this one's not even glued on the back yet, so it's gonna be totally fine. I forgot to mention that after I cut them out individually, I like to fold over the fabric and do some of the backing work right away. Otherwise, if I cut them all out first, then I have like a bunch of sticky rugs all over my house, and it's just a pain. So just keeping them on here and just doing it one by one seems to work better. Maybe if I had a bigger studio, I would do more of a assembly line method, but this is just what works for me right now. Yeah. I used to spend a lot of time cutting all of this fabric around the edges and using a hot glue gun to secure it all to the back. But then I discovered that if you just start doing this process while this glue is still tacky, and it stays tacky for like a day or two for sure, Maybe even like 3 days, I don't know. But if you do it while the glue's still tacky, you don't have to use the hot glue gun, so that saves you a lot of time and money. Sometimes I don't get to it right away and then I have to use the hot glue gun. Yeah, you can go a lot faster. This is with the Roberts 3095 glue though. That's the carpet adhesive that I use. So obviously if you use like Elmer's glue or some of the other like latex glue options, it might not be tacky like this. That's just like one of the reasons why I like using this glue though. You kind of just want to like cut at all the joints. So if you see like this V here, you need to cut down that, otherwise you won't be able to like fold it over. Once you start doing it, it makes a lot of sense. It's not too hard. But square rugs are definitely a lot faster. The more complex of the edge, the longer it's going to take you to finish all of these. Especially once you get to putting like a felt backing on it or like any other backing over this glue. The weird like kiss cut edges definitely add some time, but it's definitely worth it. But that's why like some of my kiss cut ones are more expensive, just because they take me more time to the backing. By the way, when I'm not talking on the camera, I have my headphones on and I'm still watching Hunter x Hunter. I will probably start before I get to the Chimera Ant arc. But we'll see. If I'm desperate to watch something, I will watch it. I don't hate that arc, but it was too much in my opinion. I wish I could just live in the Phantom Troop arc like forever. I mean, I liked all of the other arcs too, for sure, but I don't know, Kurapika and the Phantom Troop, it's just so interesting. I just really want to see Kurapika get his like full vengeance. Also, related to Hunter x Hunter, I think I want to do a Killua rug because I love Killua. But I don't know like what reference photo to use. So if you have any ideas of like a specific scene or like reference photo or screen cap, whatever, hit me up. Okay, so I just finished doing all of these raw edges. Let me show you. Just all around the edges. So I forgot that I don't have any felt for my backing. I ran out the last time I made a batch of rugs. So I'm gonna have to go and get some today. I really don't want to leave the house at the moment. Oh, is this like blurry? I really don't want to leave the house. So I might just do that later. I know I literally just said that I don't want to cut them out all at once, but I might do that. I think I'm gonna cut them out one by one and do this process of folding all the edges over, and then I'll just like drape them over the top of my frame. I've done that before and it's totally fine. And then later when I feel like leaving the house, I'll go and get the felt. I just got back from Joann Fabrics. I just got this premium felt. This is what I use for backing my rugs. I had a 50% off coupon, so 4 yards of this was like 20 bucks. This is what I'm gonna put on all of the rugs. I am in my dolphin sweatshirt. I've got an apple cheeks video from Tiffany. So I'm just gonna like get really cozy and just probably do this all day. So I'm gonna back the rugs and then afterwards I have to sculpt it. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. So I'm using this gray premium felt and I'm laying the back side of my rug onto kind of the scratchy side of the felt because I want the soft side to be on the back because that's the side that people are actually going to see. So the back of my glue is like a tiny bit tacky. If it was still sticky, I would probably do this the other way. So I'd have this upside down and I'd lay the felt on top. Just so I'm not putting a bunch of pressure on it. And now I'm just gonna cut around it. I would love to have one of those electric scissors to cut this out like you see on the internet all the time, but they're kind of expensive, so I just use the scissors. Maybe one day I'll be able to invest, but for now, it just doesn't seem super necessary. I'll destroy my wrists a little bit longer. Just gonna do kind of a sloppy cut around. And since this is a tiny bit tacky on the back, I know the rug's not gonna like move around on here as I'm cutting it, which is nice. So now I just yeet that out of the way. So there's a little bit of an outline on some of this stuff, but that's fine because now that I've got a general line, this is where I start gluing. So it's like a little bit tacky, so it's a little bit stuck, but I want to like get it properly stuck. So I'm gonna plug in my hot glue gun, and then once I glue all of that stuff, I'm gonna do one more cut around the edge of the felt, but from the front of the rug, because you don't want to see any of the backing fabric. And then we're gonna trim the rug and make it look all pretty, because right now it looks like a hot mess. have made it to the show and tell portion of this studio vlog. I have finished all of the rugs that were on that frame, and I have a few from like the frame before. So I'm gonna show first the rugs from this frame, and then I'm just gonna show like everything that I'm gonna have in the future for sale, like for the next month of September. All of the rugs have hooks on the back so that you can hang them on the wall. Okay, here we go. This one would be really cute on a gallery wall. Another star, but a little bit different. I love this one. I love this one so much. A little cowboy boot. This is actually the only rug that doesn't have hooks on the back because I think it'd look really nice on the floor, but I can put hooks on it if you want this rug and you want to put it on the wall. Okay, that's everything. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you watching this video. It means a lot to me, especially if you made it to the end, because YouTube loves that. If you haven't subscribed already, you definitely should. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm gonna try and put out videos like maybe once a week, so stay tuned for that. Okay, bye. Have a good week.